Hi there Scorpio, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to this mini reading which is going to be around your destiny, your life purpose, your dharma or any karmic lessons that want to come through. So what I'm going to do here Scorpio is I'm going to shuffle these cards for a little bit longer and then I'm going to find the Wheel of Fortune in the pack and choose the cards either side and that will be your reading. Okay, let's find the Wheel of Fortune. Don't want to miss it. It's towards the end. There it goes. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Let's get the two cards either side. Okay, so I have the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, obviously the Wheel of Fortune in the middle, Eight of Wands, and the Magician. Okay. So, first of all, in terms of life lessons, what's coming through here, Scorpio, is mastery of your mind. The Eight of Swords really can be when we get in the state of overthinking, overanalyzing, the overwhelm, and when we are really in that strong kind of mental energy and you know the ego is really coming in to validate, to quantify, to give us the scripts and stories, we can really hold ourselves stuck. We can build that mental prison for ourselves, and what we can also do is block our intuition, right? You can see here they've got the binds around the third eye, the heart, and the gut here. It's like when we're in the mind, we're not in the body. When we're not in the body, we can't access our intuition. So that is a real lesson for you. In terms of overcoming that, we need to do things like grounding ourselves, meditation, relaxation, walks in nature, anything we can do to stop the mind chatter, to stop the monkey mind. And that is when we can find our greatest sense of clarity, our greatest sense of our own wisdom, really tune into that. The Seven of Pentacles here, interesting one. You know, it's going to be important for you to find something that is really fulfilling you in terms of the work that you do. The Seven of Pentacles for me can be that feeling of when we maybe like sell out a little bit or sell our soul for the money, and then we're not really answering the deeper call or purpose to us, and we can get to the point in life where we're feeling complacent or bored or something like that. So that's going to be important for you to really find what lights you up. What I'm also seeing in this card here is the fact that sometimes you might find yourself in situations where you are putting in the time, effort and energy and you're just not getting the rewards back. So that can mean that maybe you found yourself in a situation, whether it's in work or your relationships, where you are, you know, where you're not in alignment, right? So it's really, really important for you to notice that pattern quickly and move away from it. Now, in terms of like your purpose and the work that you do, with the Magician and the Eight of Wands, for me, these are both strong communication cards. So some of you might be looking at a career in, you know, in PR, in social media marketing, you know, anything that involves like a lot of communication, like sales, that kind of thing could be really where you excel. That's what I'm really seeing here. The Eight of Wands can also talk about travel and travel industry. Obviously, we've got limitations with that at the moment, but it could be, you know, working in, you know, flight attendant. Again, these things are hard these days at the moment, but it's all that kind of thing. It's about, you know, maybe being abroad, that kind of energy. So that's what I'm seeing there. There's also a life lesson that's coming through about being open to change and to be flexible and adaptable, because it's when we get stuck in these kind of patterns of the mind or stuck in situations where, you know, we've kind of chosen something that's not the best fit with us, but we're trapped maybe because of the money or you know, other things that we're getting out of it. Sometimes we don't embrace change when we really need to. So the Eight of Wands is really this ability to be the, you know, the chameleon and to really to go with the flow, to go with the wind, and sometimes be open to doing a 180 in our life, like completely changing it here, shifting things up. I've got 2 number 8s in this reading, which is about mastery of your own power, self-mastery, mastery of your power, and also mastering the way you make abundance in this life, which is really interesting because the Magician is all of those things. The Magician really is about mastering that ability to shift your external circumstances and reality through doing the inner work on yourself. So getting out of this 8 of Swords kind of energy, the Magician knows that by cultivating a strong inner game, by really raising your vibration from the inside out, it really shifts the energy that you are projecting out into the world. And of course, everything is energy and vibration that then changes the energy that we are magnetizing back. So that is a real thing that is coming through there. The Magician for me is somebody who makes things happen, who follows through on action, who is orchestrating. So I'm thinking also in terms of work, things like events coordinating, project management, admin, where you're kind of organizing the details as well in order to kind of orchestrate the larger event. That is something that I feel that you will be really good at as well. The Magician knows how to take a plan and then put the inspired actions or the milestones or the pathway in place to actually have it deliver also. Another life lesson that is coming through is to understand that you are a divine being and you have everything within yourself in order to make magic happen, to unlock your potential and to live a really full life. You have the emotional intelligence of the cup, the resourcefulness of the pentacle, the power and passion of the wand, and the intellect of the sword. You don't really need external help to help you succeed in this life. Of course, at times we need to study and cultivate different characteristics within ourselves, but you have all of the power, you have all of the powerful tools at your disposal to really make great things happen in your life. And finally, with that 7 of Pentacles, another thing that's coming through is, number 7 in the tarot, in this card in particular, is about attainment of, physical resources and tangible items and wealth and that kind of thing. So there's a message here to not allow your pursuit of material wealth to overtake your need to be fulfilled on an emotional level. So just making sure that we're really putting true happiness before our pursuit of material gains. Otherwise, that's when we can end up in this energy where we do feel a little bit maybe bored, complacent, apathetic. Yeah, we might have built up a certain amount of those pentacles, a certain amount of that wealth, but then we arrive in a point of our lives where we're like, oh, maybe we forgot about truly giving to our relationships, truly building connection, or truly developing and growing ourselves. And that can be the point that we have that midlife crisis, which can happen at any age, guys. It's just that it usually happens around that midpoint. We can really have this kind of strong pull to go a completely different way and to go on this big discovery path. So if we don't want to kind of get to that point where we have that real abrupt shift and change, we should always be looking to fulfill ourselves on all levels, mental, emotional, physical, so that we can have balance in our lives all along, so we don't get to that point where it's like, I just need to take an entirely different path here. So that's what's come through for you, Scorpio, in this reading. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this and that it gave you some insight for the road forward. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, may or may not be for you. Drop me a comment if you're cool to share, guys. I do read them all and try to respond to them all as well. It helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies. Has been a pleasure, Scorpio. I'll see you back here for another reading very soon. Bye for now.